Somewhere in the last 18 months, a consultant told you AI was going to cut your labor costs in half. Maybe you read it in a newsletter. Maybe a vendor said it in a demo. So you subscribed to some tools, maybe let a role go unfilled, and waited for the savings to show up. For a lot of business owners, those savings never came. And now there are headlines about companies quietly bringing humans back. Before you make another move, in either direction, you need the honest math. This is the CEO AI Playbook, where business owners get the unvarnished take on adopting AI without operational or financial regret. This video is for owners and operators who are actively weighing AI tools against headcount, or who have already made that bet and are wondering if it was the right one. The core question: does AI actually cost less than a human employee? And where does the ROI hold up? And where does it fall apart? The answer is more nuanced than any vendor will ever tell you. Here is what is actually happening out there. Small and mid-sized businesses have been sold a very clean story. AI tools cost a few $100s a month. A full-time employee costs $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year plus benefits. The math seems obvious. But the businesses quietly walking that back are telling a different story. Some of the largest companies that publicly celebrated AI-driven headcount reductions in customer support, in content, in back-office ops have started rehiring. Not because AI failed entirely, but because the real cost picture looked very different once the dust settled. For small businesses, the gap between the pitch and the reality tends to show up in three places. First, tool costs are not flat. Subscriptions stack. A team using 4 or 5 AI tools can easily cross $2,000 a month before you account for the time someone spends managing those tools. Second, AI does not run itself. Someone on your team is prompting it, checking it, correcting it, and integrating it into your workflow. That time has a cost. Third, not every task that looks automatable actually is. Judgment calls, relationship management, complex problem solving, anything involving your specific institutional knowledge, AI handles those badly or not at all. The ROI is real in some places. It is negative in others. The business owners making good decisions right now are the ones who can tell the difference. Let's run the honest math. A full-time employee at $55,000 a year costs you closer to $70,000 when you factor in payroll taxes, benefits, PTO, onboarding, and management overhead. That is roughly $5,800 a month, all in. Now let's look at AI. A stack of business AI tools, a writing assistant, a meeting summarizer, a customer support bot, an automation layer, might run anywhere from $400 to $1,500 a month, depending on the category and the usage tier. That sounds like a significant win, but here is what the comparison actually requires. You have to measure the AI against the specific output of the employee. Not the job title, the output. A customer support rep handling 200 tickets a week has a measurable output. Can your AI stack handle that same volume at the same quality without a human reviewing 20% of the cases? If the answer is no, you are not replacing the cost, you are splitting it. There are categories where AI genuinely delivers strong ROI for small businesses. First drafts of marketing and communications content. Summarizing long documents or meeting transcripts, answering Tier 1 customer questions with known, structured answers, processing and organizing data from forms, spreadsheets, or intake flows, drafting internal SOPs from existing workflows. These are high-volume, low-judgment tasks. AI wins here cleanly. Now here is where it breaks down. Sales relationship management. Complex client communication that requires reading the room. Anything that requires your specific business context that has never been written down anywhere. Tasks where a mistake has a real financial or reputational consequence. Creative or strategic work that requires original judgment. In these areas, AI tools do not replace a person. They might assist one. That is a different ROI equation. There is also the hidden cost of quality. When AI output is wrong, and it will be wrong sometimes, someone on your team catches it, fixes it, or does not catch it and the mistake ships. That error cost is real, and most ROI projections completely ignore it. The honest framing. AI is not a cheaper employee. It is a different kind of resource. For certain well-defined tasks, it is dramatically more cost-efficient. For tasks that require human judgment, context, or accountability, it is not a replacement at all. It is a tool that helps the human do the job faster. So how do you actually make this call well? The first thing to get clear on is what you are actually trying to solve. Are you trying to reduce cost, increase capacity, move faster, do more with the team you have? Those are 4 different problems, and AI helps with some more than others. Cost reduction is where expectations most often get crushed. If your goal is to cut payroll by replacing a role with AI tools, you need to do the output test honestly. Take the specific tasks that role performs in a week and ask, how many of these are high volume and low judgment? For those, AI probably works. For the rest, a human is still cheaper than a bad outcome. Capacity expansion is where AI tends to shine for small businesses. If you are a team of 5 doing the work of 4 because you cannot afford a 5th hire, AI can close that gap meaningfully in marketing, admin, first draft content, data organization. You are not replacing the human, you are extending what the humans you already have can do. Speed is another genuine win. For businesses where faster proposals, faster responses, faster documentation create real competitive advantage, AI accelerates those cycles. The ROI there is measured in deals won or clients retained, not just hours saved. The decision framework is this. Before you add a tool or eliminate a role, run 3 questions. 1. What is the specific output this AI will produce? Not the general capability, the specific output. 2. Who is accountable when that output is wrong? Because someone has to be. 3. What is the total monthly cost, including tool fees, management time, and error correction? If you cannot answer all 3 clearly, you are not ready to make the call. The companies pulling back on AI right now are mostly the ones who skipped those questions. They bought the category promise instead of stress testing the specific use case. Here's the actual playbook. 5 steps in order. Step 1. Audit before you spend. Before adding any new AI tool, list every AI subscription you currently have and what specific output each one produces. If you cannot articulate the output in one sentence, that is a tool you are paying for on faith. Cancel or pause it. Step 2. Run the output test on any role you are considering replacing or not backfilling. List the tasks that role performs. Classify each one as high volume and low judgment, or context-dependent and judgment-heavy. Only the first category is a real AI candidate. If most tasks fall in the second category, the role needs a human. Step 3. Pilot before you commit. Do not cancel a role and then test AI. Test AI first. Run it in parallel for 60 days. Measure actual output quality. Measure the time your team spends managing it, and then make the staffing decision with real data instead of projections. Step 4. Calculate total cost of ownership, not just subscription cost. Every AI tool has a human behind it on your team, prompting it, reviewing it, correcting it, integrating it. Estimate that time honestly. A $10 an hour tool that requires 5 hours of weekly management is not actually a $10 tool. Step 5. Set a review cadence. AI tools change fast. Pricing tiers change, capabilities change, new options emerge. Put a quarterly review on your calendar to reassess what you are paying, what you are getting, and whether the ROI calculation has shifted. The business owners who get burned are the ones who set it and forget it. The bottom line: AI is not automatically cheaper than a human, and it is not automatically better. It depends entirely on the task, the output standard, and whether you have done the math honestly. The businesses winning with AI right now are not the ones who replaced the most headcount. They are the ones who identified the right 50% of their work for AI and kept humans on the rest. If you want a tool to help you run that analysis in your own business, drop ROI score in the comments and we will send you the AI ROI scorecard, a 1-page worksheet that walks you through the real cost, the output test, and the honest payoff calculation before you make any commitments. The link is also in the description. ROI score in the comments. Know your number before you make your move.